guys, Timmy D with Mid-South Drone Services, and today is just a very quick video on how to fix your bipod for your prism pole. So, and it doesn't matter whether you've got a good one, a cheaper one. I've got both. So the problem with this, and I actually found another good video on the problem with your button, but I'm going to show you how to fix both. These are very simple, very simply made. So the problem is, you know, you go to put it down, you need to let your poles out. When I push the buttons, this one is dropping, and this because I've already fixed this side. This side right here, I'm pushing my button, and the pole will not. Now I can work it down, get it right now. Now it'll drop. I'm going to show you why that's happening. It is a very easy fix. So let's go ahead and knock this out. So when you're looking at the bipod, I mean, you've got your little button here. To take this thing apart, there's going to be a little lock nut mechanism right here on the top. And then I'm going to loosen this off, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this side's already been fixed. Loosen this up right here. And on this particular one, this is a Seco bipod. This thing, oh, look at that just a little bit. There you go. Okay, so it's off. Now I'm going to push the button and do my Velcro right there. I'm going to push the button, and if it's still stuck, if that's part of the problem, you may have to just kind of work it back and forth, slide it off. Okay. The reason that you're having problems is because this plastic piece may be sliding up, and so when it slides up, it maintains a tight fit and will not let the pole slide down. So two things I did, it's really not exactly necessary, but for the sake of sliding up and down this pole, I put a little dry lubricant on there, and then we're going to take this off. Now, if you have a problem where your button cannot release, the only problem is you can barely push your button in, it probably means this piece is screwed in too far. Alright, so it can be like that, and you can barely push the button, not enough to release. So, to fix that issue only, that's the only problem you're having, you just have to push the button and then just unscrew it until, you know, till it's got just about that much of thread sticking through. And that should be enough. But we're going to go ahead and take this off so that we can fix the problem I'm having. Okay. Now, this will come out. That's it. This is your parts. There's nothing more to it. So the issue is, again, this piece right here kept sliding out, okay? All I'm going to do is take one for this thing to work like I need it to, it just needs to be a very short piece of electrical tape to tighten it up. Next, I'm going to cut it in half, okay? Next, that was probably even a little too long, so I'm going to cut a little bit of that off. Now, I'm going to take, that ought to be kind of snug, and it is, but I still need to be able to get it up in there. Okay. Alright. That's in there, and it's not going to pull out. So, again, this is just dry lube right here. This may or may not be beneficial. I don't think it's going to be. The other one I did, and it's working perfectly. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and dry lube only this bar, so that this little plastic sleeve and the upper section right here, so that the top part of this black cap, there's no resistance, and it'll just glide up and down that bar. All right. So now all we have to do is feed this back through. Now, when you try to feed it through, you won't be able to get it that way, so what you have to do is stand it up. Now, see, when you stand it up, you'll be able to find the center very easily. Now I still have to go ahead and screw this little piece back on. And just so you know, I mean, if your button goes out too far, it'll get stuck and you can't push it down. So it's got to fit right into the, there's a nice little fit to get it down just low enough that it moves up and down very smoothly. So I'm going to push it out. I'm going to screw this back on. And again, I'm going to screw this on until it's got about 1/8 of an inch. There you can see that sticking out. Now, take this, push my button so I can slide it up on there. Yeah, I don't know where that white plastic sleeve, if it just fits, just slides up and down at the bottom. No idea. And then once you get it up on there, you're going to tighten this top locking nut back down. Alright, that's good and snug. Now we're going to put our little anchor points back on. Boom. Okay. Alright, now we'll test it out. Alright, so if everything worked like it's supposed to, put that up, have that all the way up. When I just push the buttons, they'll both drop, and they do. So that right there is a very simple fix that if you ever have problems with the pole dropping like it should, easy fix. And then for you guys, if you're having any problems with your button pushing, then I showed you how to fix that. More videos are coming. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I appreciate you watching. Have a great day. So I was actually having a problem with my, I think you pronounce it Adir Pro. But man, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you why I now realize this is kind of a piece of junk. So I'm going to go ahead and screw this little lock nut off right here. Okay. Slide that out right there. On this particular one, this just comes off. This little small inner pole is actually threaded right up on here, and it's not one piece like it is on the Seco. So, and now these the threads on this, they're stripped out. I mean, I can sit here and just push this up on there. You can't tighten it down, so it's got play. So yeah, this thing right here. If I have a link in the past about it, I'm gonna update it, say do not get it, because I now realize how it's made.